Hello, this is Manesh Patel from ichimokutrade.com. Today is October 26, 2014. This is our Ichimoku bi-weekly analysis for the futures market. We'll cover everything from crude oil, natural gas, heating oil, sugar, bonds, you name it out there. Okay, let's go to our normal disclaimer to state this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. Here are our contact details here. You could call us at any of our office locations here, or you could email us here at info@eiicapital.com, or you could access our website here at ichimokutrade.com for any of our email alerts, multiple time frame email alerts, heat maps, free tutorials, video tutorials, access to our Twitter feed, Facebook, and so forth out there. Okay, let's go straight to TradeStation because this has been an exciting week of a lot of stuff going on, especially in futures with crude oil tanking and everything for the last couple of weeks. So let's go through and start going through everything. On the left-hand side is basically the daily time frame. Right-hand side is basically the weekly time frame. We're going to concentrate on the weekly time frame so you guys could kind of see exactly what's going on, but we'll go from there. Anyways, so the first one we're going to look at, if you look here, is soybeans. Soybeans here, you can see this nice bullish trend here. Decided to completely reverse, real harsh, not even go from a minor pullback or anything. It basically just sat there and tanked, came all the way to the bottom of the consolidation pattern here, which is basically at 900, and the next level is going to be 856 and 2/8. It's now held to support at 900. You have a little upward movement for about a month. Timing element in Ichimoku, which is kind of pushing it up. So it looks like it's going to sit there and possibly hang around about 1,004 level, and sooner or later it could sit there and tank to go down. We're really not going to sit there and look at any bearish positions on this at all until it breaks a minor support level at 953. If it breaks 953, then we know that this is going to sit there and continue to keep on going down to the next level, which is going to be 856. Next one is soybean oil. You can see soybean oil tank on both the daily and weekly. Got to a major support, which is 31.84. It's kind of hanging around. This thing held a minor resistance level at 32.70 and looks like it's trying to make a move to the support again. Believe it or not, it does have a high probability of breaking the 31.84 level and possibly sit there, go another level down to about 25.84. So we're definitely keep an eye on that one for a bearish movement for the trend to continue. Soybean meal, if you look at soybean meal, nice bullish trend here. Did a major pullback to a major support, 291. Held that level there, and now it's trying to sit there and slowly go up to about 371 is going to be the next major resistance level there. If it breaks it, it's going to have a high probability of retesting the high. If it holds it there, then this will consolidate for a couple of months to a point it may sit there and go down to the bearish side, completely. Corn, if you look at corn, nice bearish trend here, keeps on going down. Quite didn't get to our support at 301 right now as of yet, so it kind of fell short of that to got about probably what 321, 320 or something like that, and then got above our resistance level, which is at 343 and 4/8. Now we're kind of waiting for it to see exactly what it's going to do. Either it's going to hold at the resistance level, or it's going to come all the way up to about 384 and then hold at that point, and then it should sit there and start making a move down. So definitely going to keep an eye on this one for a bearish trade setup after the major pullback. After the pullback is done. Pullback levels are either at this level now or at 384, getting to that resistance and holding. If it breaks the support at 341, then we definitely will be looking for bearish trades on this. Wheat, you could see wheat here got all the way down to our level of 475 and 7/8, held it, moved up. It's at a major resistance at 527. This thing looks like it's going to sit there, at least get down to support at 502. If it breaks 502, watch out, because this is going to retest the low and keep on going lower. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on in the next couple of weeks going into the end of the year, is wheat to go lower. Next one is basically you're looking at is oats. Oats here is basically a nice bullish trend consolidating between 303 and 374. So that's the big consolidation pattern it's going through. Cocoa continuous contracts. This is bullish trend here. Has not gone for a major pullback, but it's basically sitting on a support at 30.12 is a major support. If this thing consolidates, this thing's going to sit there and start going for a major pullback. So the longer this thing consolidates, the more chances is it's going to go for a major pullback. Is going to be high. Next one you have is basically going to be coffee. If you look at coffee here, nice bearish trend, decided to do a pullback level to 223, holding that resistance level, and now it's just consolidating between 170 and 223. If it breaks the 223, this thing's going to reverse really harsh to go up. If it breaks the 170, this is going to retest that low at 120 and will probably stop there. So we have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen. OJ here, just one ugly consolidation pattern. Looks like it's trying to head to the bottom to retest that support at 126.73. So we're waiting to see exactly when it'll do that, but it's one ugly pattern. Rough rice, this is one interesting one. This is bearish in both the daily and weekly time frame, and this is slowly trickling down to our support at 11.604. So this is going to basically, we believe it is going to get to that support by the end of this year. We got to wait and see from the technical aspects what it'll do. But right now it's slowly trickling down, and not a lot of people are talking about it, believe it or not. Next one, if you look at it, is basically sugar. Nice bearish trend. Decided to do a little hiccup where it went up a little. Now it's at a critical point where it's at a support of 15.95. If it could break the support at 15.95, this is going to resume its levels, resume its bearish trend down to the levels that we had marked out before, which is at 13.87 and 12.29. Crude oil, which is probably everyone's waiting for. Where is crude oil going? If you look at crude oil, it basically got to one support level, which is 79.99. Next one's 78.27, and then the one after that, 76.16. Now, have we reached the bottom? Who knows? Right now, the technical charts don't show you that at all. There's no signs of weakness. This is still very strong bearish to a point it's not even worth trying to entertain looking for a bottom in crude oil right now. The only thing you could do is keep on marking up the resistance levels and kind of see exactly where this thing could go to basically either tighten up your stop or basically take profits on a bearish trade. Natural gas here, you could see it broke the major support at 3.762. This basically has killed the bullish momentum completely. This pullback has turned into now going to be turning into a consolidation or a trend reversal, and it's very harsh. Now it's also got, looks like it's got a high probability of getting down to 3.231 in the next couple of weeks. Heating oil, you could see it had a nice bullish trend. A major pullback basically turned into a trend reversal completely to the bearish side. And if you shrink this down, for some reason it won't shrink down. But if you shrink this down, you could see it basically is at one support level. The support level is this, and then the next one is 2.3375, which is the bottom of the consolidation pattern. Gasoline, you could see basically ugly consolidation pattern. Got to major support 2.1671, holding that level here. Believe it or not, it still has a lot of strong bearish momentum on this thing to a point it possibly can break this. So keep an eye on gasoline to maybe go lower if it doesn't hold this level here. Cotton is the next one. You could see a nice bearish trend to the downside on the weekly, and you could see it's a little consolidation here. But as long as this resistance level of 64.48 holds, this thing does have a potential to keep on going lower, and definitely I think it will, because it's still got a lot of momentum even on the bearish on the daily time frame. Dollar. Now, we're not going to look at dollar on the weekly. I'm going to switch this up to daily, the monthly, because that's kind of where we've been looking at the dollar here and been predicting its movements based on the monthly. And you could see we were bullish until it got to this major resistance level here, which is 86.76786. got to that level, basically bounced off there, and now the next major support is going to be 85.257. So if you look at that from the monthly perspective and come back to the weekly, you could see that as long as this thing holds this level here, this thing has a high probability of continuing to keep on going higher. It may consolidate around that level, but if it breaks 86.786, next major level is going to be 88. So a lot of people think the dollar has reached its high and it's topped out. It may not be. As long as this 85.257 holds, it does have a high probability of getting to 88.006 level. So definitely keep an eye on that moving forward. Feeder cattle, bullish trending on both the daily and weekly, showing little signs of hiccup here, which is a minor pullback here. Support is 220, resistance 235. Lean live cattle is this bullish trending too, and lean hogs you could see here. So you could look at feeder cattle and live cattle, and they're basically bullish, whereas lean hogs over here is not bullish at all. It looks like an ugly pattern. It's actually stuck between two levels right now, which is 87.451 and 95.783. Whichever one it breaks, that's the way it's going to go. 2-year treasury notes here. It finally broke out of this consolidation pattern where it broke this resistance here, gone up, and now basically major support is going to be 109.22.7. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this week and next week, because it's got to hold this level here to continue to keep on going upwards. However, I don't like the idea of this big spike and then it came back all the way down here and closed very low, close to the very low of the bottom of the big bar. That's not good at all. 5-year, you could see the same scenario where it spiked all the way up, broke a major resistance here, and then closed here, which is less than halfway mark. That's not good at all. Major support in this one's 119.17. 10-year, same scenario. It's at a major support 127.01. And then the 30-year, which is basically the same scenario, support on this guy is going to be 140 and 23 and 32s. Platinum is basically tanked, got to a major support level that we had outlined before, 1197, so it got there. This is still very, very strong to a point. We're going to probably retest this low, and depending on how fast we do that, if we do that very fast, we have a potential of breaking it. If we do that slowly, then we have a potential that's going to be the bottom of a consolidation pattern moving forward. Gold. If you remember, we've been doing pairs trading with gold where we're long gold and bearish on silver. You could see gold basically got to a major support, 1185, bounced off there, came all the way to the major resistance that we had outlined at 1239, and now it's basically interesting to see exactly what it's going to do. This never got back to our major resistance level, which is 1262. So this may decide it wants to consolidate until it gets that level, or it may sit there and just kind of retest this low here and sit there and break it. In order to break this bottom of this consolidation pattern, it's got to hold now and sit there and start making a move to the bottom side. If it doesn't, it's going to become very, very weak to a point it won't be able to break that support. Silver, we've been talking about, remember, going short silver. It broke the support level 18.301, and after it broke that, this now has a potential coming all the way down here at 16.231 and then 13.777. Long term, we're thinking silver is going to come down to 13.777 and then kind of balance out there, but only time will tell, and the charts will tell us as we move forward. Copper really not doing anything except consolidating between 2.9950 and 3.2188. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's videos. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.